And to begin this midday, a general strike enters in its second day across 6 regions of southern Peru. Now, it's part of the 67 days of protests against the Mexican mining project Tía María. The UN Regional Office for Human Rights has called for a de-escalation of tensions, while President Ollanta has responded by deploying the army to all of the regions where the general strike is taking place. Locals say that the billion-dollar project will destroy the environment. Authorities have arrested dozens of protesters, and at least 4 people have died since the protests began. Journalists are denouncing attempts by the government to silence the press.
For us, this is a symptom of the fact that they want us to shut up. They want to gag the press. And this is happening with many of the leaders of the movement as well. So what they are saying is that if there are acts of violence, then the ones who are going to be held responsible are the ones who have called the strike.
And for more now on these protests in Peru, we turn to our correspondent there, Raul Mora.
After 67 days of protest, the Valley of Tambo is now being supported by all regions in the south of Peru, who have entered a 48-hour general strike in solidarity with those who rejected the mining project Tía María. One of the participants explains why he has joined the strike.
Today we are seeing many violations of human rights. They are entering houses, they are detaining the population, they are committing atrocities, and we call the international community to speak on what is happening in the Valley of Tambo.
Meanwhile, in the capital, the Dignity and Democracy political party addressed the issue. This is the organization grouping former ruling party officials who deserted the president after his move to the right. Together with civil society organizations, they held a press conference accusing the government of worsening the situation. They also demanded the suspension of the mining project, lifting the state of emergency and the resignation of the Minister of the Interior for his handling of the conflict, with at least 4 deaths at the moment.
If the project is not suspended, there's going to be more problems, and the government is sending the police and the army. In that case, there's going to be more blood and more death. Nobody wants that. That is why we are alerting and asking with anticipation in this statement in the press conferences.
This is only the 4th out of 60 days of the state of emergency called by the president that so far has resulted in the expansion of the protests to all the south of Peru and the possibility of a continuation of the strikes indefinitely. Raul Mora, Telesur, Lima.